All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baharach Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I'd like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and the 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahar Racha Kodash. All right. And as the title reads, a letter to the hopeful elect. All right. And the Wada, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bahar Racha Kodash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And, this just came to mind as I was reading, and I was planning on doing a different lesson pretty much on Babylon. If I have time, all right, I'll do that one as well. Okay, I actually have to go out into Babylon, as we all do, But this lesson is directed just to the sincere sheep. Okay, the sincere, Akim and Akwath. All right, to you, I say Shalom, and the times that we are in, what I am noticing is, you're going to face opposition and doubt a lot more. Okay, you brothers, okay, and you sisters, any friends or loved ones, anyone that you may speak to, all right, on a level of, spiritual, all right, not meaning you're telling them the truth. Just make sure the audio is good here. To my elders and apostles, all right, not all right. Not that you're literally breaking down the truth to them, but the times that we're in, more people are going to be complaining or are complaining about, financial, pretty much what's next. Actually, let's start off with Ecclesiastes. All right, you're going to start seeing an influx and conversation with these people. And one thing that I myself am noticing is there's going to be a pushback. Now you're going to have some, all right, some people that are going to listen to you, and maybe take heed, like, hey, you tell someone, hey man, a storm's coming. It'd be best, to get such and such. And then someone be like, whatever, they disregard it, hey, that's the nature of the beast, then you may have some people, they may adhere to your advice because that's the nature of the beast, hold on. They may adhere to your advice because you're speaking in a spiritual sense, but for the most part, understand this, brothers, you're going to have a lot of people that are not, you're going to see that they're not on the level when it comes to hope and faith like we are. Okay, I had a situation that happened, that's normal in Babylon, pretty much some injustice, which it's not that serious, but someone went through the same thing. And in the midst of that conversation, I pretty much left it to the lines of, quote unquote, karma will handle it, if you will. You never really fully tell people, but you kind of throw little things out. And I noticed how their mindset was not satisfied with relying on quote unquote karma, meaning quote relying on the Most High. Okay, we're in a time where you're going to see people do not have the mindset or the spirit to wait or rely on Yahweh Bashem El Shai, but their own carnal means. Okay, understand this, brothers, and you few sisters. You may have some conversations with some family members or someone close to you or coworker, whatever, and you'll see the different mindset that you carry and conduct yourself in particular situations and how they carry and conduct themselves. Okay. And we have to understand that, at the end of the day, our faith and our hope is what's going to deliver us. Okay. And this is going to be a issue for these people. All right. Now, real quick, this is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now. Okay. We have to remember in times of difficulty, in times of downs. All right. Like in this side, everyone thanks God when they win an idol for being an American Idol, like, no. We thank Yahweh Bashem El Shai in all things. And guess what? You're going to, excuse me, it'll take some time for you to fully understand how to thank the Lord in a low point. But trust me, you will. Okay. But it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, right? Because we're supposed to be brought up under the tutelage of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, but because of curses and captivity, that's not the case. So now we're what? Spiritual babes, okay? No matter our age, we have to have that humility, okay, as being a spiritual child learning, all right? Even you sisters, all right? Learn how to be learned, you know? It says, while the evil days come not. So we have evil days that are coming. Bad days are coming. And you're going to see more and more people rely on carnality, all right, over spirituality, okay? And even further, what's on my spirit to express is you brothers are going to experience that when you give quote unquote advice, okay? You know, because with this wisdom, you know, I speak for myself. Maybe, you know, not everyone may be, you know, as outspoken. Some may be more reserved, but I myself are in certain positions where people have issues or problems that I may give advice or talk to. Okay, part of my job, things of that nature. But in the midst of that, I've noticed even on a small scale, some people they'll adhere like, oh, that's good, thanks, man. I'm going to I'm gonna do that. And other people, it goes in one ear and out the other, and that's because ultimately these people are just in the flesh. They're not here to be hopeful. They're not here to be faithful. All right. Faith, hope, and grace is a gift from Yahweh Shemel Shai to the nation of Israel, and the elect of the elect out of it will only adhere to that. Okay. And it says, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So we're coming into a time where people are not going to have pleasure in Babylon and in the situations that they are in while in Babylon. And what are they going to do? They're going to resort to carnality, all right, having no faith, all right, and being hopeless. That's one mindset I notice Babylon pushes is a hopeless mindset, you know. Somebody buys a lotto ticket, oh, it's a loser, you know, or everything is always negative with these people. All right. Everything is always negative. So understand that there's a great division, okay, taking place right now in the midst of our walk. And we are carrying and conducting ourselves as fearful, faithful, hopeful servants. And when you exude that around these people, you can see a pushback or a spirit of doubt, which is fine. It's just on my spirit to express that this is what we are getting ready to see more and more. Okay. Now, I wanted to get First Corinthians, which I will grab this, but this precept just came to mind. So let's go right here. Let's go to the 1611. All right. Second Esdras 15 just came into mind. Look. Verse of the day. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. See, our fear, fright, okay, of Yahweh Shemel Shai is how knowledge has been being installed into us, because guess what? Someone that fears Yahweh Shemel Shai has wisdom, okay? See, Esau mocks Yahweh Shemel Shai because he's a fool. All right, the fool has said in his heart that there is no God. Yeah, he's just a fool. But check this out. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. So these people, you're starting to witness that these people are foolish. All right. And I'm talking about Jake first and foremost, you know, close friends, family members, you know, uncles, things of that nature. You may be around them and you may speak in a spiritual manner, and they might not adhere to it. Well, the scriptures tell us that only fools despise wisdom and instruction that's given. And we, all right, are giving or carrying, all right, wise instructions on certain matters, and these people are not going to adhere to it. Even not, and I'm not even speaking as simple as far as like, look, you know, you're an Israelite, you needed this, you need even something simple as giving an admonishment or a warning or an exhortation, okay, on something even of a matter, even as far as just advice. All right, you're going to see it. I'm telling you. All right, this is why the Spirit had me title it a letter to the hopeful elect. This is why you, as a hopeful elect, need to remain just hopeful. Okay. So real quick, Second Esdras, before I miss my point. Second Esdras 15, and this is really what we were told in the beginning. Second Esdras 15:1. Look, if this is what happens to us out in the highways and byways, how much more in just our average everyday walk? All right. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And a lot of times, brothers or even sisters may have conversated with family or close friends about prophecy, like, hey, this is going to happen, such and such. And then you find yourself to a happy medium where you're not really talking about the truth directly to people around you. You may even speak indirectly about things, and then they still don't adhere because to them they are in a carnal mindset. Okay, carrying yourself in faith and hope is a delightful thing, but not everyone is going to find delight in it. They're going to get aggravated. They're going to get annoyed. All right, going back, I realized it even with me just saying, basically, hey man, Karma's gonna handle that, and then they were in the mindset of, yeah, I understand that, but which it's natural for someone to want immediate judgment. But what happens when immediate judgment doesn't come? What happens when immediate justice doesn't come? What happens when immediate help doesn't come? Then what are you left with? See, we're in a time where people want an immediate result, and they're not going to get it. And then where you stand? You see? And it says, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Right. Yahweh Shemel Shai has put it in our mind, all right, in our mouth and our spirit to speak prophecy on the highways and hedges. All right, doing daily lessons, Adon Ratazah, that is the push, that is the goal, constantly pumping out prophetic information, exhortation, and edification, right, through the Holy Spirit. So if we're doing that on the highways and hedges, we're doing that in the lessons, then what mindset and characteristics do we portray on a day-to-day walk? Well, you're gonna show hope and faith. You see, now we don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing, but even in your speech, okay, you may speak more in a hopeful or faithful manner, and that's not what they want to hear. Okay, there people. Hey, listen, in a time of trouble, turmoil, and tribulation, a carnal man is not gonna want to hear that there's an invisible God coming. Okay, I'm telling you right now, these people. Watch. It says, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. I know we want to hear that shit, man. Don't know we want to hear that shit, man. That's the mindset that they're gonna be, Hey, look, man, I know we ain't got no food right now, but we gonna, man, nobody want to hear that shit, man. Don't want to hear me about this shit, you know? They're gonna backbite, they're going to push back, they're gonna resist. Okay? People are gonna resist your hopeful, faithful spirit, man. All right. You need to understand that not everyone has been given the gift of faith. All right. I'm speaking about Israel first and foremost. They have not been given the gift of faith. That's why it says in Malachi, where hast thou loved us? Jake's going to get mad. Jake's going to get mad at you. If you keep trying to talk to them spiritual, Jake's going to get mad at you. Look, well, let me read it right here. This is 1 Corinthians 3:1. And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in a Mashiach. So even right here, Apostle Paul had this issue, and this was with brothers in the faith. Okay? So you got to understand, you're not going to be able to be speaking spiritual to all these people. They can't receive it. All right? And even if you do speak unto them, they're not going to want to accept the answer that you tell them. People are not going to want to accept the answers that you have to say in the spirit that you know to be true through faith and hope. They're not ready for that. What did Morpheus say? They're not ready to be unplugged. Okay. And we are in those times. More text message. Oh, prices is going up. I don't know what to do. Imagine telling a carnal man to wait on an invisible power. He might fight you. He might take that offense. What Kevin Hart say? You saying things that I don't understand, so I'm gonna take that as disrespect. That's how they're gonna feel. They're gonna feel disrespected, because you ain't telling them what they want to hear. See? It says, look, I have fed you with milk and not with meat. Even if you speak, just something simple, even something simple as in waiting on the Lord can be a offense to Jake, man. Okay. And you already see the rest of these people. Shit, you might even have a heathen that would be more comforted than an Israelite. You know what? You right, man. I'm a do that. See, it says, "For hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. So right here, even Apostle Paul had issues with Israelites in Corinth that were not able to bear a heavy matter on the mind. Okay, they're not ready to bear heavy matter on the mind. Like, nah, that's too heavy for me, you know. And I've heard Jake says he doesn't like talking about slavery because it's going to put him in a bad mood. See, these people are not ready to hear what the Spirit has to say. They're not ready to be faithful. They're not ready to be hopeful. You know, they're not ready to endure unto the end. They want a quick, thick scheme. Then they say, speak unto us smooth things. That's an actual spirit, you know, that Jake has. What is that? Jeremiah 30 or 29, or let me see. Speak, just put that in real quick. Speak unto us smooth things. It ain't about to be smooth. Oh, Isaiah 30. I said Jeremiah 30. Isaiah 30 and 10, it says, would say to the seers, are we not seers? Okay. Are we not seers? Are we not telling you what we can see through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai in the scriptures, meaning the prophecy, the vision's already there. It's, you know, we see it. All right. We see it. So we're telling you what we see, but what? See not. They don't want you to see. Okay. You brothers out there, you know, you got beautiful lessons. You moved in the spirit. They don't want to hear you speak in the Holy Spirit. They don't want to hear you speak to them through the oracles of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? They don't want to hear that. This is why we are called the hopeful elect. There is only a small elect that are going to be hopeful with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and the times that we are in. Not every Israelite is built to walk and hold this quote unquote weight. All right. And that's even a stumbling block too, telling them to wait. Hey man, we gotta wait. Now poke that. I ain't waiting, man. See? Wild bulls in the net. Jake is not ready to hear what Yahweh Shem Shai has commanded us to do. Okay? They're not ready, man. They're not ready to get in order or to hear the order or commandments. Okay? They don't want to wait. They don't want to be faithful. They don't want to be hopeful. Okay? It says, look, and see not, and to the prophets, prophesize not unto us right things. They don't want you to tell them the right thing. They don't want you to tell them the right thing. Okay? They want you to tell them the wrong thing. This is the problem right now. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesize deceit. Jake wants to be lied to. Okay? Family members, friends, they want to just be told everything's going to be okay when that's not the case. Okay? That's not the case. Now let's go back. Where was I in Corinthians? I want that. Let's do 2nd Ezra 15 and 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. See? Let not their incredulity. Let's look this up. All right. Real quick. Put this here. All right. Jake don't want to hear that what the MOTB is. Okay. Jake don't want to hear that there's a great famine coming. Jake don't want to hear that. Jake don't want to hear that, man. All right. And these people, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to be told bad news. They don't want to be told that Babylon is Babylon. All right. Look, incredulity, the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. See, cognitive dissonance. Isaiah 6, they have blinders on. We all right, are seeing this more, but have to understand it even more. Friends, family, loved ones, they may even come to you, but they don't want to hear what you got to tell them because they just want to vent. You know, they don't want your advice. They just want to bitch, moan, piss, and cry, but they don't want to hear this spiritual advice, and they don't want to adhere to it. All right. Now let's keep going because there's a good point. It says, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. The unfaithful is going to die in their unfaithfulness. That's their lot. That's their lot. Okay. So we in the last days walking, carrying, hopeful, faithful, stable, right? You're going to be around people that are going to be faithless, hopeless, unstable, carnal. And you got to know how to handle that back in this, because Paul had to go through it. 1 Corinthians 3:3, for ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men? See? And this was an issue that was going on within the church, all right, in Corinth. So Paul was writing a letter to correct that, okay? So if this was happening within, you can only imagine what's happening without. And a lot of reasons why these people ain't tripping yet is because it hasn't touched home yet. But the point of this lesson is that there's going to come a time when it will. And guess what? You might be an enemy. Let me get this real quick, Matthews. Your advice might make you an enemy. Hey, I know, this truth and me talking it, all right, plain and to the point, being overzealous, first coming in, not that there's an issue, but this truth separated me from my family based on our mindsets, okay? You'll notice certain family members will slowly stop calling and talking to you because of the actions and words and answers you give pertaining to a matter. So they don't like your judgment, okay? But hey, at the end of the day, we use discretion. My just point is, as we're moving forward, you're going to see that. Now, I myself, even when I don't speak directly from the scriptures or, and I'm just speaking in a light manner, people don't always adhere to that. Now, I've had people that say, oh, that's good advice. Thank you. But I've had other people that are like, nah, I don't agree with that. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? You don't agree with it, but, we'll see. Matthew 10:36. Check this out. It says for 35, it says, well, look, 34. People don't even like hearing what we got to say when it comes to the Bible in general. People don't even like hearing what we got to say in general. That we're just, we're hopeful. The hopeful elect. That's a stumbling block to the unbeliever. Not that we're putting a stumbling block before our neighbor, but even just us being faithful is it puts Jake in a confused, lethargic state. We've told Jake, oh, this is gonna happen. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, we doing it. Oh, no, they got a problem with that. Matthew 10:34. Think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. This is Yahushai. I came not to send peace, but a sword. That's an issue right there. Big Mama, Little Mama, Big Jim, Slim Jim, they don't want to hear that. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother. And this is taking place within and without. And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Now, you can have a level of wisdom where, you're cool with family members, things of that nature. But we're in a time where, certain advice or answers that may be given will cause an offense to their carnal mind, because Jake is not ready to rely on hope and faith. They're not ready for it, man. But being spiritually minded is life and peace. This is what given us life and peace in these last days. When injustice happens, bullshit happens, we go through things that is common to man, but we're not handling it that the common man would. That's what I'm noticing. The problems that we're going through that are common to man, the way we handle it is not common to man, and man is looking at that with a bewildered look. But we're in a time where we need to rely on the spiritual more than the carnal. Even Yahushai said this. Let's go to this real quick. John 3, real quick. Just on my spirit to speak this, John 3. Hey, some people might not want to hear the answers that we have to give, but what do you want us to do? You want us to be carnal to please you? We're not here to please man. John 3:12. So then it makes you see what the men of the Lord really went through, in the times that we're reading, John 3:12, it says, if I have told you earthly things and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you heavenly things? Right. So even Yahushua is saying, even if I speak earthly plain things to you in this manner and you can't get it, how much more if I'm going to tell you directly in the spirit? You see, that's what's taking place. Those that have ears to hear, let them hear. Those that are unclean, let them be unclean, because you'll go through a situation where they're not going to want to listen to what you need to tell them. That's why it says in Jeremiah 15, it's just going to come to a time where, look, for death to death, to the sword, to captivity, captivity. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. We try to speak, try to exhort, try to instruct, try to admonish. You didn't want to hear none of that. So now you just need to hear the judgment. Now you need to hear the judgment. You don't want to listen. You don't want to take heed. Hey, what's going to happen is going to be for you, and what's going to take place is going to be for me. That's the time that the Lord is showing us, That's the time the Lord is showing us. Now let's see. Okay, I didn't finish this, so I'll get that. And I wanted to read a little bit more in Corinthians, but I believe I made my point. So let's go back to this. This is Ecclesiastes 12. Let me check my time. Okay, cool. I'm about to wrap it up. Ecclesiastes 12, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after rain. Right. We're in a time where, okay, the sun is still shining. The moon is still out. All right. People can still be people, right? People along and hang and party and yay and yeah. Right. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. Now imagine, okay, a family member complaining to you about being laid off, and you say, hey, the Lord got us. Let me read you this account, with Elijah. Man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. What I'm supposed to tell my landlord? Hey, man, look, I'm telling you, the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. People are not wanting to hear your advice. Now, some will be comforted, but most won't. Some will be comforted, but most won't. Most won't be comforted by the light that you're bearing. It says, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. I can't see. Well, look, listen, such and such and such and such. Man, I don't hear that shit, man. Don't be giving me none of that cult shit. That spooky stuff. Being a spiritual, faithful man in the last days will either make you be looked at as a prized possession, right? You'll either be looked at as a prized possession or a disdain and get away from, That's what it's going to be. Either the Lord's going to allow people to see the light that's on you, or they're going to want to flee from that light because men love darkness rather than it. They're going to rather love the darkness. Let's get that. Is that John 3? Am I at John 3? Hold up. Oh, no, is it John 15? Oh, it's in the same chapter. Look at this. We got to start at 18. It says, John 3 and 18, it says, he that believeth on him is not condemned. You may get in the spirit like, look, man, you believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai? I remember a brother, he said in Jacob's trouble, he had a dream that he ran across a brother and he asked him, and he said, yeah, I believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai. And he followed him, So, you could be hot in the spirit, man. And look, man, this is Yahweh Shemel Shai. Remember, Peter was filled in the spirit in front of all Israel, That's when the spirit came on him. Well, you know what you're going to realize in the days to come? Not everyone is going to adhere to you when the Holy Spirit is speaking through you. They're not going to adhere to it. Some will, majority won't. Some will, majority won't. It says, he that believeth not is condemned already. He that believeth, hell, you don't believe? And then you in the times that look, man, you might drop a gem. You might drop a jewel. You see it go in one ear and out the other. You say, oh, all right, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. I'm cool, And hey, not all brothers may be in this position. I'm just speaking, speaking in general. I've noticed certain things, speaking in the spirit. It says, but he that believeth not is condemned already. You have a lot that believeth not. You have a lot that believeth not is condemned already because he has not believed in the name. I've even had a family member tell me, oh, you're into that sacred name stuff. And I was like, damn, I thought you was a Christian. I thought we could talk. I wasn't even pushing. I didn't even tell you about Gad. You know what I mean? Like, I thought we was just conversing. And so there's a pushback, and it's cool. We don't go any further. But all I'm saying is that you can expect this. So when it happens, okay, I get it. My bad. That's why Paul said, look, my hands are clean. Right? He has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. See? So they don't want the light. They don't want the wisdom. They don't want the understanding. They don't want to hear hopeful and faithful things. They want to hear smooth and deceitful things. See? Great division. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, is why they hate your advice. I actually had a dude told me he hated me. I was at a job. This is a minute ago. I was at a job, and this dude basically was talking to me about committing adultery with another chick that worked at a job, but she had a man. And like I said, I don't sit here and I'm just a local guy that gives advice. If a situation comes up and it's asked and it's on my spirit, I may say something or I may say nothing. But in this instant, I said something. I say, hey, she got a man though, like shit, I want to do that. And he was like, you right, man, I hate you right now, man. You right. And guess what? I ended up leaving the job. They ended up committing adultery, and the rest is history. See? Because why? Their deeds are evil. They don't want light. They don't want correction. They don't want to be told the right thing to do. They want a quick, fast fix and a fuck. Excuse my language. That's just the mindset of these people. Excuse my language, but that's the nasty mindset that these people, we're dealing with carnal brute beasts, We're dealing with carnal brutish ass, beat ass niggas. Excuse my language. Let me relax myself. But that's the nature of it, man. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. I hate you. I don't want to hear that shit, Neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. They don't want to be reproved. Okay. They want a quick fix scheme. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. There you go. So, hey, we're going to carry ourselves in this manner. You go and carry yourselves in that manner. Okay. And I'll probably end it on let the clean be clean. If a brother want to post that, he that is filthy, let him be filthy. Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. When these times come, when Jacob's trouble come, hey, listen, a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear some spiritual advice, man. Okay. They ain't gonna want to hear what comforts us discomforts them. Okay. Because the world can't receive the Holy Spirit. Matter of fact, let's get that. Is that John 14:26? Real quick. John 14. Let me see. The water bayan Yasharal at the water, brother. John 14:26. Yes, but I think 17 is what I want. Right. John 14:17. Even the spirit of truth. But you brothers ain't lying when you've told some advice or spoken to someone, because people walk up to us. And listen, hey, it's just what it is. People come to us, people say things to us. You know how many times I've like, yo, man, someone just said this to me today. I've had people tell me how the MOTB is the C-hip. I'm talking at work. Like, I'll let them just speak. Not all the time you're going to say stuff. Sometimes you also learn to let them say shit. Like, oh, okay. And you may bring it out at camp or a lesson. But people walk up to us. People will beeline right to us and just start, But then there's times where someone may speak to you and you may say something back, but they cannot receive it. Why? Even the spirit of truth. We have, through the Holy Spirit, the spirit of truth. So Thawadi Abashimel Shai. What's spirit, recall? So it's recall, Shal, Amath. Spirit of truth. Rakah, Shal, Amath, spirit of truth, whom the world can't receive. Jake can't receive it. You're an Israelite. Your family members are Israelite. They ain't gonna want to. These Israelites that are Gentiles do not want to hear the spirit of truth, because they are the world that are in the world, and they can't receive it. See, they can't receive the truth. So you will see a pushback. Okay, it says because it seeth him not. Nah, I can't see that happening. Nah, they can't see hip everybody. They can't do that to everybody. No, not him. Not Pastor Mike, Neither knoweth him, even though you tell now salvation on for us, But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. See? And remember, the world rejected Yahushai. So if Yahushai to be in us in the spirit, they're going to reject us also. And this is why Yahushua said, I chose you out the world. Hey, brothers, listen, the world don't like us. The world ain't supposed to like us. Rejection is the nature of this truth. Okay? People listening to you, all this advice, all this beautiful wisdom and knowledge that you possess and you have, they don't care. They don't want to hear it. That's why you hear brothers say, if Esau say it, they'll listen. Okay? If Esau says it, they'll listen because they don't want the spirit of truth. Now, real quick, I'm gonna end it on this. Brothers are posting beautiful precepts. I just didn't want to make this lesson long. I'm already on 35 minutes. I've been trying to keep it short and sweet, but hey, what are you gonna do? This is Revelations 22 and 11. It says, watch this. Let's start at 10. Revelations 22 and 11, 10. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecies of this book, for the time is at hand. That's why we got a spirit of urgency on us. And majority of the time, the prophecy is going to come out through lessons and edification. But we're also in a time where the spirit might jump on you, man. You know, where some shit's going down. Hey, look, man, this is Yahweh outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, the spirit is heavy. But they ain't going to want to hear that. They don't want to hear you speak in the spirit. Understand that, brothers. They don't want to hear you speak in the spirit. It says, so what? So what do you do at the end of the day? Hey, keep it pushing. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So we're just in a time of being light bearers of this truth and adhering to this truth, applying this truth. See, apply this faith and hold on to faith. Apply hope and hold on to hope. Okay, because the rest are blinded. They're not going to want it. They're not going to receive it. They don't feel it's needful. They don't have a spirit to adhere to this wisdom and knowledge as youthful advice for them. So understand that as a hopeful elect of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you have to understand that in these days, and trust me, more family, more friends, more co-workers, more people around you are going to be sighing, crying, lamenting, and moaning, and majority are not going to want to hear what you have to say. So, hey, just keep that in mind, remain hopeful, and keep on enduring, all right? And remember, this wisdom and knowledge that they don't want to hear or listen to, that will be your stability in the times to come. So I hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Shemel Shai. I'd like to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahar Hakodash, double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. Also check the comment board. Brothers are posting beautiful precepts that go along with this lesson. All right. So, write them down, read them, take heed. With that being said, shalom.